gentlemen, to launch an event of this magnitude, it is fitting that we start with a prayer. Father Aaron Spexarth of Holy Cross Catholic Church will deliver the invocation. Father Spexarth.
Bow your heads and pray for God's blessings. Heavenly Father, as we gather this day, we invoke your name and ask for your blessing upon all gathered this morning and all who have traveled to join with us here during these days.
It's a state fair. I'm sorry, folks, I had to take the word consecutive out as a result of what happened a year and a half ago. We're going to start a new string of consecutive fairs today that we hope will last well into the 22nd century. Author William Allen White, the pride of Emporia, once said, "Things start in Kansas that finish in history. Things started in Hutchinson more than a century ago that continue." The State Fair has a long history worth repeating. 100 years ago, a dozen cities competed for the opportunity to host the official Kansas State Fair. Hutchinson was one of them. One day, the state senator from Reno County, Emerson Carey, stood in front of the Kansas Senate in what they call the well, kind of the center of the Senate chamber, and offered to provide approximately 300 acres of land on the north edge of the city to provide a fairground. It was an offer no one could refuse, and Hutchinson won by a near unanimous vote. Then, on April 23rd, 1913, Hutchinson passed a 1/2 cent sales tax to provide seed money for the fair, raised $50,000, phenomenal amount of money in 1913. The following morning, the Hutchinson News reported, "It was a great day for Kansas, and one day Hutchinson would never regret." No truer statement hath been spoken. On September 15, 1913, Governor George Hodges rode the train to Hutchinson to open the first official Kansas State Fair. As they say, the rest is history. 7 wars, 2 pandemics, and 9/11 had not deterred the State Fair. The State Fair always emerges stronger from every crisis and will do so again in 2021. Let the fair begin. Thank you very much.
Good to be here with you. Are you glad to be here? All right. To make things work, to be able to afford some of the activities that go on at the Kansas State Fair, it takes sponsors, and one of our specials, they're currently operating at about 16
Trust Arena. We're thoroughly excited about this opportunity, and when Ed Berger came to us about the idea of doing this.
How are we all doing today? Are we ready for a 10-day fair that is going to be wonderful, wonderful, wonderful? Do you all have about a year and a half of pent-up, want to get out of the house energy? Okay, so do we. We are so glad that you're here. We want to make this the biggest and best event that we've had, and we couldn't do it without you here. There's a few people that I want to say thank you to. First off is our board of directors. These 13 individuals work tirelessly on the backside to make sure that everything that's going on here at the fair for policies and procedures and making sure we're financially stable, that's our responsibility. I want to say thank you to Harmon. That's a tough act to follow. I didn't get any type of "we are ready," so he took that. We're all good.
Come to get there, we embarrass them, get them out there in the middle. Come on out. Say hello. All right, everybody say hello to them. Now, you may not know why they're here, but today we're making a special presentation to Dr. Ed Berger and his wife, Carol. Why? Well, a couple of years ago, we lost our manager. We lost our interim general manager. COVID hit. We did not know whether we were going to survive. We missed out last year on a $5 to $6 million gross paycheck. Employees didn't know whether they were going to have a job. We didn't know if we were going to have a fair to manage. And we asked Ed to step in and help us. In the interview, Ed's like, well, I need to ask my wife. I said, you better call her now. So, on behalf of the Kansas State Fair Board, we'd first like to make a presentation to his wife, Carol. Carol, thank you for lending him to us. And they say, yes. They say behind every good man is a good woman. So Carol, thank you. And Ed navigated us through all this. I believe that we are on, at the point, some financial sound footing. We've kind of got rejuvenated. We had 15 employees make it all the way through it with us. And again, we want to say thank you to the employees, but today is Ed's day. We want to give him a big round of applause, and we have a plaque to present him to say thank you, Ed.
Well, thank you, Harmon, and thank you, Fair Board. What a wonderful group to work with. The staff here is just absolutely amazing. We had some very dark days in October, November, December, and they really hitched up the horses, and we made it through. It's all because of them. You know, if you were going to say all those nice words about me, I felt like I should have done the proper thing and died, but whatever. Again, thank you, Fair Board. Thank you, everybody, for supporting the fair. A great Kansas institution.
Carol, Ed, thank you. Thank you.
I don't know about you, but I'm going to head over to the South Hutchinson Methodist Church to see how their noodles are doing this year. But in the meantime, let's declare the 2021 Kansas State Fair open for business. Enjoy the fair. And these fine folks coming on the stage, the from Mays High School, and they will entertain us through the noon hour.